Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it a kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
No updates. Bitch, my drip hoe.
Look, boy, I'm a legend, but spell on my presence. Don't touch me, I'm ready. My drip like Hokage. See you and I, we both had nothing in common. I move like Kakashi, I do shit bro.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Holiest. You already know what it is. And today, we're gonna be playing part 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, last time we played, we were trying to holla at Yuri. Okay, that's our girl. We're gonna continue that. Okay, we chose all our words for the poem. They were all darkish words, I guess, like for like horror genre and big words. She likes that fancy stuff. So we're gonna get right back into this game. Don't forget, we're doing the PlayStation 5 giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. If you guys want more information, make sure y'all slide through the live stream or join the Discord. All the links for that will be in the description. I appreciate y'all for watching. We're gonna get right into this. No hezzy, bro. I'm trying to see why, because last time nothing happened. Y'all were talking about, oh, this game is crazy. The beginning had warnings. Oh, this is disturbing. Nothing happened. Why are y'all telling me to play this? I'm basically just reading a conversation with a dude that went into a book club. This is the same thing like what happened with Danganronpa, bro. I saw somebody playing, I was like, that game looks fun. And it was just nothing but reading, and then nothing happened. And I'm like, let's see, man. I'm already this deep. I'm about an hour and a half, and I might as well keep going. Let's get this. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the last couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Holiest. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not still used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Damn, bro. Why I have to do her like that? It's just going to get a snack. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? What do you mean? Did she steal something? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. Oh, she don't got no money. She trying to hit the snack machine. She gonna talk about, oops, I forgot my wallet. She asking me to go with her, so I got to be like, don't worry, I got you too. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. She got pennies in that bitch. Talking about, let's go get a snack. She knows she don't got no money. What's she doing? What is this? Who does she think I am? Ahaha. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Ooh, bro, what am I, Yagami light, bro? The way I'm breaking shit down? Come on. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. I can't believe her, bro. But there's one more thing. I gotta be like Yagami, bro. The way this shit is going crazy. This story is just thick deepening. So, oh my God. You're always hungry. Girls, man. Like, let's be real. Like, hey, bro, every time my girl come in the door, what we gonna eat? She call me, what you wanna eat? That's it, bro. Eat and sleep, bro. Eat, sleep, and work. That's it. Let's keep it a buck here, bro. And so that only leaves the one option. Ooh, wah. I don't know why they do it like that, but hey, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. On her ass, damn. Ahaha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Holiest to let me borrow some money. Damn, she's still on it? Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Let her know, bro. Let her know. I've been trying to tell y'all, for the kids in the back that are just getting their credit cards, let me tell you something real quick. This is gonna be a lesson knowledge with Holiest session right here, okay? When you get your first credit card, you're gonna be like, oh, I can get whatever I want. You're gonna be swiping left and right. You gotta pay for that eventually. Gee, I'm trying to tell y'all this. You gotta pay for that eventually. What you do, and what my parents taught me, and what kept my credit high as shit. My credit been 750 plus since I was a youngin', bro. I'm talking since I was young. Okay, it's way higher than 750 now, but I'm saying that I had to build that. You know what I mean? So what you gotta do is every time you buy something month to month, make sure you can pay it off in that same month. You hear me? So if you spend $500 on some new shoes for whatever reason, you shouldn't do that. But if you do that, so you use your card to get some new shoes for $500 for some reason, make sure you can pay that off that same month. You know, because it goes on cycles, monthly cycles. It's like a bill. Make sure you can pay that joker off at the end of the month. Otherwise, you're getting evicted. You hear me? All right, let's move on. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Dang, why everybody on her ass? Damn, Yuri, damn. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Ooh. That's one of them fake laughs right there. Why is she on her like that? That's one of them fake laughs. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. She just told her off and she talking about that's a fun side. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the retribution. That's still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But she wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. That's facts, I wouldn't have. You talking cupcakes? I'm there. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Ooh, damn. Need to go get some water. Somebody just got slapped. Somebody's ass just got popped. By the way, have y'all seen my headphones, bro? Look at this shit. Right off, smooth as butter. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Natsuki. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Ah, shit. Damn. Oh, gotta eat that shit too fast. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. I forgot the lyrics. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. No way she did that, bro. No way, she's a snake. That's snake activity. She thought she was being nice and appreciative. All she wanted was a bite of that cookie. That's selfish. That's snake behavior. She's a op. She's a op. You thought she was feeling you? That bitch is a munch. You wanted your cookie, she ate it for lunch. I do what I want, like, come on. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Don't say that, Yuri. Yuri, don't say that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lose track of time. It makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. Why she keep looking at me? She got something for me, man? She liking me a little bit? I tend to do that. You know what I mean? I tend to do that. Get them glances. I make eye contact pretty well. I got some... Stop. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Holiest. Monica smiles sweetly. She definitely feeling me. You thought I was feeling you? I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What's she going to the closet for? She thinks she R. Kelly or something. Into the closet, the closet, the closet. Hey Yuri. Oh wait. Is that her on the piano? So this is played before, so it's not Monica. I think this is just background music. But she really hitting that bitch. Go ahead. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Because I think this played before when I talked to Yuri, right? This might just be her theme song. I think everybody had a different theme song. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading anytime better, what? If there's anything that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Ooh. I must really be feeling her. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling up the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Oh, she feeling jealous? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. On her ass, Yuri, let her know. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Holiest in club activities? Yuri. The tea, literally, the tea. You know what I'm saying? Huh? My mouth gapes. Yuri really got her ass going. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Every time I read this much, my nose is like stuffing up. Then let's go, Holiest. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Holiest. Hey. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because you thought I was feeling you? Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Holiest, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Holiest, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ooh. Get that shit rolling, Holiest. Go ahead. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Holiest. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Holiest, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Let me blowing that fucking back out. It's most likely because your posture, right? You gonna say them yonkers. You gonna say them yonkers be hurting her back. Always hunched over like that while reading? Yeah. I have a terrible reading posture. That's why I should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I have some chocolate as well. In your book bag for that long? It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each one holding half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Top dog, baby, top dog. I can't see too well. She forgot her glasses. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh yeah, we in there. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now, I need to make sure I don't worry about accidentally touching her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much of it as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. I need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. I don't got no chocolate though. I don't got no chocolate. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate into her mouth. You like that shit? Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just? Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Holiest. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you're just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. Oh, she said, do it again. I got a whole lot of chocolate. Hey, I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone, here comes this cock. This is like the third time she's blocked my shit, bro. Numero trace. Numero trace. What is wrong? She's hating. Why did music stop? Was it her playing the piano? She got a piano in this classroom somewhere. She talked about playing the piano. The scene after that, the piano started. Was it playing the last time? I feel like it was still playing the last time she came on the screen though, so never mind. Never mind. I thought she was cooking up practice. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Holiest, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. She's blocking, bro. She's blocking. I'm in there. Why she gotta do that? We had the nice ambiance, the music in the background. I was feeding her chocolates. I was there, bro. And Monica wanna block again. I hate Monica's funky ass. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolate. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Why not, bro? Bring it up. Oh, we got our poems going. All right, let's check out Yuri's first, because here we are. We just got done talking to her. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Holiest. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Yes, yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Damn. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you? All right. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuffing of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase. Hold on. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Wow. So I feel like, let me try to break down what I feel like this means, okay? Because there's always a deeper meaning in Yuri's shit, right? We've learned that. So the raccoon is either me, right? Because, I've been I've been kind of pushing a little bit, and she's been feeding me, and you know what I mean? Like, we've been together a whole lot recently. Or the raccoon is her urges, because I'm pretty sure this says the raccoon is an urge, and she's feeding her urge to indulge in the greater things that she's been feeling lately, right? And it's getting more and more hungry to come out, and her urges are getting excited because they're being fulfilled by something new, right? All right, that's what I'm getting out of this. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. That's what I was saying. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Holiest? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things can make us uncomfortable, after all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Holiest. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. Fuck. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Next, let's hit up Monica next, since she's been blocking. She gonna have the most blocking this poem. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not gonna be bad. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. That's the same thing Yuri said. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. Uh-oh. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that? You must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. What? No, she's joking. She's trying to catch me lacking. Don't react. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Okay, hold on. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Oh, that was hard. That was hard. That was hard. Hold on. That was hard. That was hard. Save me. Like you're like a game. Oh shit. That's hard. Wouldn't you save at the end though? Like when you're done, you would save so you could continue. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? It's meaningless. It's hard, bro. I can't hold you. Well, I guess maybe because when you save, it's like you're done. So everything feels meaningless, right? For that moment. But then when you load back up, you know, you're feeling things again. I don't know. I don't know. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. So she's saying she's trying to talk to me? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. She's talking to me. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? What is she talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right, let's hit up Sayori next. That's the homie. That's the homie. Ooh, I like this one, Holiest. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out your poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Fuck. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Holiest. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? This is long. Holy shit. Hold on. I gotta drink some water for this one. Battles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my I was gonna go for a rap. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's too long. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I'll reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret, hiding in nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. This shit sounds deep, bro. And to top it off, like, thinking about like the word choices and stuff, when I was trying to choose scary shit for Yuri, whenever I would choose something like suicide or scars or something like that, Sayori would jump. Like that was for her, even though she's talking about she likes happy shit. This is not a happy poem. Let me tell you what I get out of this poem, okay? So a lot of times what people do in life, okay, and this goes for a lot of folks, it's the happiest people, the people that make everybody around them the happiest, that be the saddest folks for real. You know what I'm saying? And you guys got to watch out for your friends, because they do that. They do that, and you won't even realize it, that they're doing it, because they get happiness out of making other people happy, right? And sometimes they don't take enough time, like he was saying. He said it himself. They don't take enough time to make themselves happy, bro. You feel me? So that's what I'm getting out of this, right? She's grabbing her happiness, right? That's what she's saying here at the beginning. Right, I'll reach inside with my thumb. She takes her scalp off, or she keeps her dreams. She takes out her happy balls, her little balls of happiness, right? Puts them in jars and saves them for other people, taking away her own happiness and saving them for others. But here at the end, you can see she's digging and digging, scraping and scraping. She's trying to get more bottles for her friends, but she doesn't have any happiness left in there to give. There's nothing left there. So what happens? She blows the dust off of her own bottle caps because she hasn't used them in a while. Either that or they're not there at all. So then her friends come through to get more happiness. But she can't keep up with the happiness. That's what's happening here. She's frantically pulling them from the shelf. She's running out of them and she's dropping them because she's trying to go so fast. And I don't really completely understand this last part, but it doesn't sound good. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't sound good. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. So she ran out of happiness for her friends, and now they're begging her for something for some reason. Maybe it's her last straw. I don't know. I clicked that word and she started jumping up and down. So I don't know, but it doesn't sound good. I think Sayori needs some loving, y'all. I think we got to show the homie some love, because they did have the warnings at the beginning of the game, and these warnings are really starting to look like warnings. I ain't gonna hold you. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out really good, so you should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes make it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, let's check out Natsuki's poem. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's gonna just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Facts. Oh, she didn't even show me hers. She didn't even show me hers. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually gonna be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing. What? Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Sayori's really into this. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, thanks everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. I thought I was really gonna have to do it. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances up at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ah ha ha. Sorry I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Holiest liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fit you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Holiest. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Holiest lower everyone's expectations a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it too much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well. You at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay everyone. I think that's about it for today. Another festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have another weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. All right. When I stand up, there's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Holiest, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Okay. Here we go. They said save when this is the first choice they've given me, so I feel like it's gonna have an impact, right? This is Monica's poem, Save Me. Right? This is wild. Oh shit. Ugh. I feel like Sayori's poem really said a lot here. You know, she's been giving her happiness to everybody else. She doesn't feel like anybody else is reciprocating that, right? But I have been trying to slide on Yuri this whole time, so it's like, would I walk home with my prospect or would I walk home with the person I've already been friends with? You know what I mean? On this side, we stay with our new friends, you feel me? You think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Holiest. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so. Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Exactly. Me and Sayori have already been friends for a minute, and the feeling of like your best friend ditching you for somebody just because they got a crush on them, that's kind of whack, bro. That's kind of whack. If this was real life, I would have made the same move regardless of how I felt about sliding on Yuri or whatever, man. Stick with your friends since day one. The day ones are the most important ones. Why? Because they've been there, and that means they're gonna continue to be there. Remember that. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? It's poetry time. Need to give me some goddamn. All right. You get to pick some words again. I believe we're still gonna try to shoot for Yuri here. Let's slide on unrestrained. She likes the big words, you know, the ones that mean something. Shit, what was she like? Vitality? No. Damn, what was she like? Let's go vitality. Okay, that's her. Despise. Unrequited. Oh, that's her. I think I clicked that last time too. The captive. Okay. Covet. Frightening. Uncontrollable. Extraordinary. Okay. Shit. Misery. See, why is that Sayori, bro? I have to read. Bro, look. She said she likes the happy. I guess she said she likes sad and happy shit, so it is what it is. Incongruent. Massacre. Why is hers all like school shooter words, bro? I'm not gonna lie to you. Alone. Oh shit. Sayori jumped on that one. She's feeling alone. Good thing I said what I said, man. I hope I made her feel better by saying I wouldn't leave her, bro. Horror. Essence. Romance. Damn it. Oh, Sayori liked that, but what's her name told me that Yuri liked romantic stuff. So she lied? Did Monica lie to me? She said that Sayori no, she said Yuri liked romance. Graveyard. Infallible. Misfortune. Ambient. Heaven sent. Nice. We're looking good here. We're looking good. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. She's excited now. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where... we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? I found out about this from my British homie. Apparently squid is another form of currency. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was real weird when he told me that like you're just using live aquatic animals as payment for stuff. Kind of weird, but I mean, go off, I guess. UK folks got it different over there. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. No, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Yeah, what do you mean by you people, Natsuki? It's right in your name. Monica. Hey, yo? What does she mean, you people? Now she's saying Monica? Come on, man. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own a bit for now. fine. Make sure. Oh no. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. See, that's the people be like, I never saw the signs. That's the sign. It was down there in the corner by themselves. And you come up and now they want to start smiling and shit. That's the sign. That's fake happiness. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Seclusion, sadness. I clicked alone. She jumped and said she felt alone. Misery, I clicked misery. She jumped. She's going through it right now. You feel me? You got to make sure you're there for your friends. Even if I got this. I'll be by myself. Do it with them, bro. They would appreciate it even if they act like they don't. Let's get it. Well, all right. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. The conversation has already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Holiest, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Holiest. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. It's important to me. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Little old me. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Holiest. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ooh, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everything else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. Yeah, okay. That piano go hard. I can't do it. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if it caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. And perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Holiest. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not as nearly sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. It is what it is. The game was before its time. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay. I'm real interested in how Sayori's feeling. So I want to read hers first. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Holiest. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Wait, I don't get to read her poem? Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. I didn't even get to read her poem. She didn't have a poem? And she didn't want to walk home with me? See, man. That's weird. That's weird. She's acting real out of character. She's wanted to walk home with me every day. See, the right thing for me to do in that situation is like, I'm gonna walk home with you. If she acting out of character. I mean, he doesn't have the insight that we do. And so whenever we click those words, like scars and stuff like that, she jumps up. Misery, she jumps up. All those like words like that, she be jumping. He doesn't have that insight that we have, but the signs are there. He's acting out of character. She walking home early. Not once in this game has she not wanted to walk with us to do anything, bro. She's been like a thorn stuck to us, bro. And all of a sudden she want to go home early. I should be right behind her, bro. As a good friend, I'm walking with you. We gonna talk about this on the way home. Holiest, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you showed me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. That's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Holiest, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. When you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Holiest. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing this whole time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Holiest. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. We did it. We did it. Bag secured. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, fuck them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. All right. Ghosts Under the Light, Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I'm too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering around his outstretched arm. My flickering light is a rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding. I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. What does this mean? What does this mean? A blue-green light flickers. Okay, so that's supposed to be the ghost. Blue-green. So there's a blue-green ghost. My heart is amber. Amber is like orange or some shit, right? What does this mean? Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Now that Monica has spoken to us through her poem, I kind of feel like I need to read deeper into these. You feel me? I don't know. I started handing it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Really? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. How did he understand it this time and I didn't? I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Once again, try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can. The poem is, once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah. See, even she's noticing Monica is cock blocking. I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Okay, let's read Monica's next. See what she got to say, because she be spitting in hers. Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Holiest. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her, huh? It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? All right. I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Okay. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the current of the wind. Day after day, I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow, and I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me beneath the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Yeah, I don't really understand what hers was about. I usually analyze it. I really don't know. The woman who knows everything. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? That's true. There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about all the things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? That's true. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, I want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right, Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even. Next. Damn. I'm actually kind of happy that there wasn't a whole lot to read there, but I kind of want to. I didn't get to see Sayori's poem. I didn't get to see Natsuki's poem. Sayori done went home early. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different today is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little bit when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Your homie acting out of character, and they're like, I'm gonna go home early today. They looking mad, sad, upset, sitting in corners by themselves, and you just, okay. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. You don't get your ass to fucking walking with them. Especially if you do it all the time. If it's a normal thing that y'all walk home together, just do it again, bro. Like, just do it. School is over. This is a club. You don't have to be here. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh, that curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival Okay. Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, and guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? Maybe you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great, you'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, That just leaves you, Holiest, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way if you gave one of them a hand. You could also help me out as well. It would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle baking on your own. Holiest may not like being around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, you may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Holiest to... What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Holiest to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Holiest, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Sayori. If it was gonna be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Didn't mean for this to be difficult. Dang, I can't go with Sayori? I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, but I think your assistant will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Holiest? Me? Yeah, you can see I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Holiest picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. Is you with it? I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. All right, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realized I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Are we about to get them digits? Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. All right then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Bag secured. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. All right. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Holiest. I think we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you might have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with extreme tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, and I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door. Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Damn. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Let's go over there, bro. Y'all are neighbors. I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses before, like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Holiest. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. She has a nice room with a little calendar. Why she got a whole month scratched out? What month is that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's December? How many months is on this calendar? Am I tripping? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh, we're good. I don't know what's going on down here. Okay, she's got a nice, tidy little room. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Are you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Yeah, it's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Holiest, huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, You wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori, what is she going through, bro? Holy shit. Oh no. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until now, until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in the trap, Holiest. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Holiest? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. It makes sense. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? This is what the poem was about. That's what I was saying. She's grabbing all of her happiness and giving it to other people because she doesn't feel like she's worthy of her own happiness. That shit is deep. That shit is deep. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Yep. See? That's what gives her her worthiness feeling. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Don't say that. That's not what you say. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Holiest. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. That's the problem, I guess, with the whole thing with depression, right? That's the problem with the whole thing, is because you don't want people to worry about you, even though they should be, right? You need somebody there to put in that extra effort to make you feel worth it. I understand that. Hiding it from folks doesn't help anybody at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you're gonna go home alone and sad. And then if you do end up doing something, because like I said at the beginning of this game, I'm assuming it's gonna get a little crazy here in a little bit. But if you do end up doing something to yourself or something, then now everybody's hurt. That all that happiness that you put all that effort into giving all those people, you just took it away. You're their light. And one of them stars that's up in that sky just went out, bro. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy is the best. Together is the best thing for me. Oh shit. I'm thinking. So maybe what Sayori was trying to do, and hear me out on this, since she knows, like, I'm a loner too, right? I'm Holiest. I'm a loner too. I'm all by myself. Okay? She's my only friend. She's my best friend. She wanted me to join a club, make friends, so that maybe when she's gone, I'm not going to feel as bad. That's what I'm getting from this, right? Because it's always been us, me and her. If she removed herself from the equation without me having anybody else around me, it would be worse for me. But she's trying to make me happy so that when she's gone, I hope there's a way that we can save her, bro. Because every time I speak to her now, the direction is just pointing in one way, man. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to help our friend out here. I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get close with everyone else in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. Oh shit. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all. I don't need to understand. Exactly. You just need to be there. You don't need to understand. You just need to be there, bro. That's it. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Holiest. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped us is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Holiest, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Holiest, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Holiest, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Holiest. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go, and as she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? That's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Cancel them plans. The festival, some decorations and shit is not worth it, bro. With your friend just coming out to you that they got depression, fuck whatever other plans you got for that day. We doing something. Let's go hit the mall or some shit. Let's go hit IHOP. That's the spot we always be cracking up. We always be cutting up in IHOP, bro. Let's go do something together, G. Matter of fact, you just meet with Monica online anyway. Slide through when you're done. Or matter of fact, talk to her online later. Come through, hang out with me and Yori. Let's get it. Help us with the decorations. Literally anything. You don't gotta leave her alone. That's dumb. That's stupid. Give me the choice to cancel the plans right now. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. Cancel them plans, G. Cancel it. See, if this is me in that situation, my plans just said the N-word live on Twitch, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's done with. It's done with. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? There you go. It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely gonna have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrists, was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrists. She puts both of her hands firmly on her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not at all. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that for you? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? That's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for this event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Why should you bring that here then? Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are these for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? I'm going to cut pieces of the ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Holiest. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a large strand of red ribbon to her desired length, and she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird? You're whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. Each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be very weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. I met a girl one time on Omegle that was really into knives. That shit was crazy, bro. She had like the coolest set of them. She showed me on her Instagram. She had a cool ass fucking set of knives, bro. That shit was wild. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. Oh, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah. It's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? You're relaxing her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Oh, sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow. Holiest. Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no, a small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. He stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger into her mouth and licks the wound. She don't even know me like that. I could have any kind of disease in the world, bro, and she just over here sucking my... I feel her tongue curl around my finger. This is an innuendo, bro. I'm not gonna hold you because... Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure was a little weird and took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. Huh? She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? All right, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. It's a little different when there's no blood on that bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Holiest. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and it'll be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had me buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. God damn, this is so long, bro. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use the small plastic bathroom cups rather than a full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. Starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling up the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me? I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little better. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I feel that too. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leaned over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. I don't even know how to make that sound. Ah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Ooh, here. Ooh. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Ah, is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Uh-oh. Wait. Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What's happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist and send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to just leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You said like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that you managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we'd have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. That doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. That's facts. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so. You're very thoughtful, Holiest. Yuri takes a step closer to me and briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Okay. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Ah. Hi, Holiest. Sayori. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Holiest. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Yeah, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Holiest? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Holiest. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Now, what did Monica tell this girl? Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you is like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Holiest. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Holiest, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. Oh man. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hands down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. See, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is where it becomes like one of those things. Because she's obviously right now, she's expressing her love for me, right? That's what she's doing at the moment. Now, me as a good friend, this is the wrong choice. Even though in the situation of a game, it could potentially save her life, right? In the game. In real life, this puts you as the person saying it in a horrible situation because you don't really mean this. You don't really mean this, right? Like you may love them as a friend, right? But this is not what this is saying. And at this moment, this statement means like, oh yeah, we're gonna be together type shit, right? So when you don't follow up on that and you don't show that because you don't really feel that, it's gonna be even worse than it was before. You gotta just let them know that you're their dearest friend. You will be there for them. Don't lie to them because they're not stupid. Don't lie to them. Now, in terms of the game, this might not be the right thing to say, but we're gonna say it anyway because that's how I feel. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me. I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? for being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Holiest. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this one to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Bro, you're her friend. You just said that you know she's in trouble. Just go to her crib. Walk with her. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. And knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. So I didn't go check on Sayori, that's crazy. Holiest, you're the first one here. Thanks for being here early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. It's so quiet, bro. Where's the music? Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that but suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only say it because that's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Holiest. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. How the fuck does she know? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. You know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? I guess she could have. They were talking about how I basically turned down her confession. That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Geez. You don't know the full story after all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. It's so quiet. Hey, you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Oh shit. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Holy shit, get out of my head. Get out of my head. I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. What? What did Monica say to her? Before I do what I know is best for you. She was talking about she wanted to disappear. Sayori said she wanted to disappear. Oh shit, man. We gotta go check on her, bro. They didn't give me the option. This is crazy. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Holiest? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried to a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it a kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. See, trace back text for details. So is this where I could have like saved her? Is that what this means? Oh shit. Bro. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. It's not your fault, man. As the friend of somebody that does this, man, it's not your fault. I need y'all to realize this. You might have missed the signs. That's not your fault. Not everybody can pick up on stuff like that. It's not always that obvious as it is in the video game where they're trying to kind of make it obvious. Like we saw this coming, right? Like with the choices with the poem numbers, with the way she was acting, the depression, the warnings at the beginning of the game, we knew something like this was going to happen, right? And then it slowly became Sayori was going to be the one that did it. But it's sad regardless, right? Like we never want this to happen. It's not your fault if it does. All right, just remember that. Just remember that. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she would have wanted out of our relationship. See, but this isn't good because that's not what you want. You can do that thinking you're saving somebody's life, but at the end of the day, you're giving away yours. You're ending your life trying to help somebody else. Not the right move. This isn't the right move. Everything else he said is cool. This, I don't agree with this one. I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. End. Is that it? Is that the end of the game? What is this? What is this? What? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see so it started over, but SAYORI doesn't exist? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I get tired of waiting up. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Icon E-Dodge just catch up to me. What is going on? Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. They've done changed up my story. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Holiest? What the fuck is going on, bro? What was that? She just came to me in pieces. Monica? Oh my goodness, I didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. But having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? How about that? I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity. We've heard this before. Make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. I don't like all these jumps and skips and shit. I'm not really feeling that. Not really feeling that. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us. Natsuki, Monica, Yuri. The SAYORI, they've like written her out of the game. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? They always insist that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Holiest. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Holiest, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oh my god, what was that? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. This game is like cursed or something. I don't know what's happening. Somebody told me to stop playing it. Somebody commented on the first video and said, the best thing... Hold on, I gotta find the comment because I can't misquote dude. Somebody commented on my video and said, first tips for this game, Stop playing. Best advice. And with the way this shit is like skipping around and all this weird stuff is happening, I'm starting to think that they may have been right, bro. Anyway, welcome to the club, Holiest. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. I think we stop here on the cursedness. We'll have our cursed episode on episode 3. My saves are gone? Oh shit, even the main menu is dogged. Oh, that's where Sayori was. Right? Now it has like a combination of Monica, Yuri, and Natsuki. And Sayori is nowhere to be seen. That is crazy, bro. So, okay. They wrote Sayori out of the game. This episode was kind of wild, bro. This episode was kind of wild. Everything kind of came to a head. I don't know how much is left of this game. But they started me over. They completely wrote Sayori out of the game. Even the goddamn front page. It's so weird, bro. It's like the exception, right? Like, you know, the lines of code. It's like they just completely removed her. Like she's just gone. Yeah, man. Depression is a serious thing. It is. And I truly believe, you know, you feel like you want to be alone, but at the end of the day, I feel like just being around other people can really help a lot. Letting people that are close to you know what you're going through can help a lot. You know, I think that's the message we get from this, man. Give it time, because when you feel like you're at rock bottom, there's only one direction things can go. You know, there's only one. When you're down at the bottom of the bottom, things can only get better, man. You know, give it time, heal. High school isn't the end of our lives. You know, I think most of this is supposed to be like high school with the clubs and all of that. High school is not the end of our lives, man. You know, you grow up, you meet new people, you do new things, you find experience, you truly find who you really are. You don't know who you are in high school, man. I didn't know who I was in high school. I was a sad ass little kid. You know, things get better, man. This was a deep episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it though, man. You know, obviously episode 3 coming soon. We're gonna keep playing it up. PlayStation 5 giveaway. I've been reading for like 2.5 hours, so my voice is a little bit, you know, but I'm about to go live right now. Twitch.tv/Holiest. Hope to see y'all there. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a fantastic rest of y'all's days, nights, evenings, afternoons, whatever time it is for you. Keep doing your thing. Stay up. It's been Holiest like always, man.